Have you ever walked into your home after a long day only to feel your shoulders tense up? That used to be me. I was surrounded by clutter, by things I thought I needed, things I thought brought me happiness. But the truth was, all that stuff was just weighing me down. That's when I discovered minimalism. By simplifying my possessions, I could actually simplify my life. The weight started to lift, and in its place I found something truly valuable: freedom. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, stick around. Let's be honest, life as a man in today's world comes with its own set of pressures. Work, relationships, finances, it can all build up, right? And sometimes that pressure can manifest in our environments. The messy desk that never seems to clear, the closet overflowing with clothes we never wear, it's like our surroundings mirror the chaos we feel internally. But what if I told you there's a way to relieve some of that pressure, to create a sense of calm amidst the storm? That's one of the most powerful benefits I've found through minimalism stress reduction. When you start to declutter your physical space, something interesting happens. It's like you're also decluttering your mind. You're making space for clarity, for peace. Suddenly you can breathe a little easier in your own home. And that, my friend, is a game changer. Think about it. How much time do you waste looking for your keys when you're already running late? How much energy is spent feeling frustrated by a disorganized space? Minimalism helps eliminate that wasted energy. It allows you to be more present, more intentional with your time and energy. Now, I'm not saying you need to live in a sterile white box to experience these benefits. Minimalism looks different for everyone. It's about being intentional with what you allow into your life, both physically and mentally. Start small. Choose one thing to let go of today. You might be surprised by how liberating it feels. Let's talk about money for a second. It's a topic that can cause a lot of stress, right? But it doesn't have to. One of the most impactful benefits I've experienced through minimalism is a sense of financial freedom. It seems counterintuitive at first. We often associate happiness with having more, with buying more stuff. But the truth is, all that consumption comes at a cost. Not just to our wallets, but to our time, our energy, even our planet. When I started downsizing my possessions, I began to realize how much money I was wasting on things I didn't need, things that weren't actually making me happy. That's when I made a conscious shift to spend less, but spend more intentionally. Instead of buying the latest gadgets or trendy clothes, I started investing in experiences, in relationships, and things that truly added value to my life. And you know what? I started saving more money than ever before. Minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about aligning your spending with your values. Start small. Maybe it's cutting back on unnecessary subscriptions or resisting impulse purchases. Those choices can lead to a sense of financial freedom you never thought possible. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to focus when you're surrounded by clutter? It's like all that stuff is competing for your attention. Our brains are wired to focus on novelty. So when you're constantly bombarded with visual noise, it's no wonder you're feeling scattered and unproductive. But here's the good news. Minimalism can be a powerful tool for boosting your productivity. When you create a clean, organized workspace, you're essentially removing those distractions and allowing your mind to focus on the task at hand. Without all the visual clutter, your mind can relax and focus on what's important. Minimalism can also help you declutter your digital life. When you eliminate distractions, both physical and digital, you create the space for deep work, for creativity, for true productivity, and that can make a huge difference in your personal and professional life. We all share this one planet, and it's becoming increasingly clear that our consumption habits are taking a toll. The truth is, our consumer-driven culture is unsustainable. We're producing and consuming at a rate that the planet simply can't keep up with. But here's the thing. Minimalism offers a different way of living, a way that's more aligned with the health of our planet. When you embrace minimalism, you naturally start to consume less. You're no longer caught in the cycle of buying things you don't need, things that will eventually end up in a landfill. Instead, you focus on quality over quantity. You invest in durable, well-made items that will last for years, not months. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about being mindful of the impact our choices have on the planet. Small changes made collectively can have a big impact. Let's talk about relationships. In a world that often prizes material possessions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters: connection. Connection with our partners, our families, our friends. But here's the thing, minimalism can actually help strengthen those relationships. When you're not so focused on acquiring more stuff, you naturally have more time and energy to devote to the people you care about. Instead of spending your weekends shopping, you can plan meaningful outings, have deep conversations, create lasting memories. And it's not just about having more time, it's about being more present. Minimalism also challenges the idea that material possessions are a measure of our love for someone. It's about creating a life together that's rich in experiences, not just things. Let's be honest, there's a certain aesthetic appeal to minimalism, isn't there? The clean lines, the open spaces, the sense of calm and order. But it's more than just a trend. Minimalist design is about creating spaces that are functional, intentional, and reflective of the people who inhabit them. When you remove the excess, the clutter, you're left with a blank canvas. And on that canvas, you can start to curate a space that truly reflects your personality, your values, your aesthetic. It's about choosing quality over quantity, investing in pieces that you love, pieces that have meaning, pieces that will stand the test of time. And that can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. In a world that's constantly telling us we need more, minimalism offers a different perspective. It invites us to look inward, to question our values, to define what truly matters to us. And in that process of self-discovery, many people find a renewed sense of purpose, of peace. When you let go of the need to keep up with the Joneses, you create space for something much more meaningful, self-acceptance. And in that mindfulness, you find a sense of peace that no amount of material possessions could ever provide. Have you ever felt paralyzed by indecision, overwhelmed by all the choices available to you? We live in a world of endless options, and while that can be exciting, it can also be incredibly overwhelming. But here's where minimalism comes in. By simplifying your life, you're also simplifying your decisions. When you have fewer possessions, you have fewer things to clean, organize, and worry about. By streamlining your choices, you free up mental energy to focus on the decisions that truly matter. You're no longer bogged down by trivial details, allowing you to approach life's bigger questions with clarity and intention. We live in a world that's constantly trying to sell us something. The latest gadget, the trendiest clothes, the biggest house. It's easy to get caught up in the cycle of consumerism, to believe that our worth is tied to what we own. But minimalism offers a different path, a path to freedom. Freedom from societal pressures, freedom from the need to impress others, freedom to define success on your own terms. When you let go of the need for external validation, you create space for something much more powerful, self-acceptance. You start to live in alignment with your values, not the values dictated by advertising or social media. And in that freedom, you discover a sense of authenticity that no amount of material possessions could ever provide. At its core, minimalism is about living intentionally. It's about making conscious choices about what you allow into your life, both physically and mentally. It's about focusing on what truly matters to you and creating a life that reflects your values. Now that doesn't mean you need to give away all your possessions and live in a stark white box. Minimalism looks different for everyone. It's about finding what brings you joy, what brings you peace, and creating a life that supports those things. It's about letting go of the excess, the clutter, the noise, so you can focus on what truly matters. And in that process of simplification, you might be surprised by what you discover. You might just find yourself. Minimalism isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's a process of continuous learning, experimenting, and refining your definition of what truly matters. It's about finding freedom in simplicity, joy in the everyday, and meaning in the intentional. Embrace minimalism and start your journey towards a simpler, more fulfilling life today.